Oh, hey, are we live? Are we good to go? We are on. I am talking and probably audible. Um, Dealing with some technical stuff, but I will start us off with our first edition of Japan's Super Select. Today, we will have the debut of Shingo Hori, M.Leaguer. Shingo Hori is debuting in Renmei in E3, a thing he certainly did not have to do. A lot of players, when they are, especially if they come in to the league with a history behind them, they are given the opportunity to join the league at a higher league, join our Renmei league at a higher, individual league in the Tokyo main league system. And certainly, you would imagine he probably could have tested all the way up to, say, one of the higher C leagues or maybe even a B league. But he has decided to start at the very bottom and work his way up, which is laudable, I'd say. And let's see how much faster he gets from E3 to A1 than me.
How far are you in your journey on getting from E3 to E1?
2. I'm up 2.
Yes.
So I'm sort of winning.
And it's only taken
But I
us
did start.
20 years so
Yeah.
far to drop down
Yes.
to E1.
Right? I had to drop down first, so it's all part of my plan to lose this race to A1.
Yep.
To Shingo Hori, who's almost certainly, I mean, just because you're a great player doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get to A1. But, you have to imagine he's probably going to make it up to the B leagues, and then it's going to be a slog to make it those final couple steps through A2 and A1. But let's see how long it takes him. There's a lot of different paths that he could take rather than just moving up 1 or 2 leagues each league session. So first of all, a thing that they introduced maybe 2 or 3 years ago was the fact that if you are plus 200 in league, you not only move up 1 league, you move up 2 leagues, which is what I did last season. I got just over 200 plus and moved into E1 from E3, which, by the way, is actually how I moved from E1 from E3, from E1 to E3, the session before that, by getting minus 200 points. So it does go both ways. But in addition to that, I believe his age meets the cutoff for being able to participate in the Tokusho League. That's the special advancing league, where if you advance, what?
Might be one of those situations. Well, okay, go ahead. Explain Tokusho, and then I'll say what I was going to say.
So
Sorry about
Tokusho,
that.
yeah, okay, no problem. They have this special league so that people can have a special shot at moving up several leagues at once. Oh, that's right. There's 2 of them now. You can't. So I guess if you're advancing in the E leagues, you can only advance probably up using that Tokusho league to somewhere in the higher D's or maybe even a low C. But once you are in a somewhat higher league, like the D or C leagues, you can use Tokusho, the Special Advancement League, to advance all the way to, I believe, B2. And there's an English. What in the world am I talking about? There's an age requirement. Oh my God, that's not what I want to talk about either. The age requirement. There's an age requirement that I don't know if are we allowed to say that they sort of have this age requirement that floats around depending on who they want to specifically prevent from using Tokusho League.
It'd be great
and
if
then
you
there's
asked if you're allowed to say things before you said them.
okay.
That would.
Well, anyway, yeah. Sometimes the rules are malleable.
Because if you say, "Are we allowed to say that?" and then you're actually not allowed to say that, but you've already said it.
Well, it'll come out in the edit.
We're live.
Oh yeah. Well, is anybody listening yet?
No. No.
Phew. What a relief. But yes, so we have this special league, which is another way that he can move up from lower leagues to higher leagues in a hurry. And another way that you can do it in a really big hurry is by winning one of our grade 1 tournaments, like Masters or especially the Judansen. And I guess that would mean he's probably starting off as Shodan.
I think you always start out as Shodan no matter what.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
don't get an automatic Dawn advancement.
I've never heard
So
of
yeah,
him.
he'll be okay. He'll be starting off as Shodan. It'll be cool to see how far he gets in Judansen on his first try. And so that's another way that he could move up more quickly than just, winning league and moving up 1 or 2 leagues at a time. So we will be watching that journey with great interest to see how quickly it can be done. And then in our next lifetime, say, okay, I'm going to try to do it as fast as Shingo Hori this time. Because Jen and I are not executing on it this time, in this lifetime. All right, and so that's an introduction to what we will be doing today. I guess we're calling it Super Select because there was some special thing about it that was a little different from just our normal Select. It is special and League.
Our normal Select is we're watching like old games that were coming back on, and then this is like actually happening. And also we don't our JPML Select is always free. We're never behind a paywall for JPML Select.
Oh, that's right. That's another thing I should mention here. Like what they do on the Japanese channel, we are going to be able to show 1 game for free. And after that, the games, the last 3 games of this league session will be behind a paywall. And so that will be something that only our paying members get to see. We are trying to add more and more content for all of our paying members. We are so happy that we have people who love to hear us that much. Feel pretty lucky that there are those of you guys out there. So yes, if you can do that, you will get to watch the first game for free. But if you can, please consider joining, so that joining our channel and subscribing, so that you can hear the final 3 games. And the more members we get, the more they will open up games for us to show and give you more and more awesome content.
Yeah, we had to kind of push for this one as well.
When Jen says we, she's being very charitable, including me in any of these machinations and negotiations. The reason this channel exists is because of Jen. Everybody remember that, and thank Jen more and more. Garth shows up.
Oh no, I did it again. God damn it, stop doing that.
This is one of our technical difficulties. OBS has updated or something, and it's become more useful by being more difficult, perhaps.
No, it's not OBS. It's that I'm too frustrated to explain right now.
All right. Well, let the record state that Jen is frustrated. Probably a little sleepy, since we did also do commentary for the WROTL World Reach Online Team League, which was won. Notably, obviously there were 4 players on the team, but the final player in the final game for their team, Hamano, I forgot his first name, or his given name, but he is a previous winner. Speaking of the Judansen, the 10 Steps tournament or league, sometimes they call it league. He won that, and so he's a good player. And then they used him as their anchor in both the semifinals and the finals, and he cleaned up both times. He showed he is a winner. And of course, it's a team game, so obviously his other team members did their part. But man, did that guy!
Yeah, I'm not sure they did this time. Usually, yeah. Okay, maybe to get to the final table, but on the final table, that was definitely carried by one player.
Yeah, they did just enough to not lose so many points that it was impossible for him to bring them back. So that was their part in this tournament. But yeah, that was we started commentating that at about 10 at night, and the games did go pretty fast. We did 10 games, but it's Sanba, so it moves faster than the normal 4-person games. And I think we got out of there about 4 o'clock maybe in the morning. But yes, that's another thing you should go check out if you haven't seen it already. But boy, we were pretty tired from that. And then I had to go straight to like baseball practice. Whew. Big weekend.
Got to go home and sleep. So, but then now my sleep schedule is sort of weird. So I was awake from like 3 to 7 this morning, and then almost forgot to wake up for this. Yeah.
Our bodies are still getting back into our circadian rhythm. But how do we look for setup?
It looks like we're just about ready. Yeah.
We are ducky. Woohoo!
And I'm gonna pass it. We're gonna turn it on. I'm gonna pass it to you, and then I'm going to grab a drink because I came straight to the computer without a drink.
Yes, I just discovered that I have not done my preparation to have my non-alcoholic lemon sours, which is a little disappointing. All right, this has got to be about the first time ever that we've had that E3 leaguers are taking over the Natsumezaka studio.
Okay, I hope that you're being heard. I guess I can check.
Okay. I could turn on my sound, and you'd have that annoying 5 seconds of me. All right, perfect. Here we go with Shingo Hori's debut in Renmei, Japanese Pro Mahjong League. Oh, E3, they only get one commentator for this.
It's funny that you're smirking, because you're like, I bet E1 would get 2. Like.
That's Akutsu.
That is Akutsu,
on the left,
yes.
Doing commentary, and is that Hayakawa?
No. It's like.
All right.
I think I know who it is, but I don't. I'm gonna say the initials are MS.
MS. All right, let's go with MS. Yeah. Interesting, they haven't thrown her name up there.
Well, I think they probably had it already, but we came in very much in the middle, so.
All right, so this is very likely to be a table of one very well-known player and 3 who have joined Renmei recently.
Ko-chan is also fairly well known. He is like a quiz game specialist. So he's been on TV quite a lot.
Interesting. All right, here it is, first hand. Dealer will be. Damn! Oops, not damn. But I still have not gotten my glasses. When am I going to?
Junsuke Fujisawa is the dealer.
Fujisawa. I could sort of guess that was Fuji, but I couldn't quite get the Sawa. Ko-chan can read that in nice big hiragana. He is in the south seat. Takahashi? Mm-hmm. Is that Takahashi?
Yes.
Takahashi in the currently in the west seat, and in the north seat, who will be the final dealer this game, is Shingo Hori. Hori Shingo. And he's starting off with some nice tiles. He's got a bunch of open-ended groupings, one of them including Dora. Oh, once again, I've done that. It's not Dora. he has one up from Dora. I got to make that mistake at least once a stream. Mistaking the Dora up there for what you might sometimes think of as the Dora indicator. That's not what they do. They show the actual Dora. And whose hand is progressing those? We got a bunch of pairs here, and one Dora could see a nice Hanemon to start things off for Takahashi. This adds an open-ended weight in the Manzu. He might have been thinking, oh, interesting, he's going to go towards a simples hand and not commit. It looks like he's trying to keep both roots open, since there were possibly a 2-3-4 Sanshoku, possibly a 5-6-7 or 4-5-6.
Okay, I will be right back. Guys, he's got you guys.
All right. I will try to hold down the fort. Dora for Kochan. Not really exactly where he needs it, though. That's going to mean he needs at least 1 3 of dots, perhaps 2, because he's got the 4-5 open-ended weight there. An unhelpful draw for Hori. And this pairs up the east. I think 1 east just came out, but he will hold on to it. It is his turn. It is his east seat. This is the east round, so that is a double east action. And we might get the second. Oh, no. Wasn't there an east pair that somebody threw from? Confusing pairs that were thrown. Kochan still looking. Oh, here's east. We're going to get a pon, I think, from Fujisawa. No pon. Was that not Fujisawa who had the 2 easts? It is Fujisawa choosing not to pon his double east. That, I think, is a questionable move. See how it works out. Maybe he didn't have anything else to use as a pair. Kochan is not slowing down. Still no more continuing pairs for Takahashi. Adds a gut shot 3-5. All right, everybody's hands have kind of slowed down here. It's true. Fujisawa did not have another pair to go with his 2 easts, so perhaps he felt like it would be slowing him down to have pawned the double east. We are at Ishanten, 1 away from ready for Takahashi. Wait, what? All right, I've really been confused since I thought there was another east discarded earlier on, but Fujisawa does get to Tenpai. And this is also Tenpai to Dora. What does he choose for his weight? I imagine he might not reach yet. So he throws the 6, hoping that perhaps somebody thinks the 3 of dots will be safe as a Suji trap. Fujisawa was waiting for the 3-6 of bamboos, and there is one. He decides to throw the 3 of dots, since that's his own Suji trap that he created, and instead the winner goes to Fujisawa. So, a very conservative, slow play, not taking advantage of his double east, using it instead as his Atama, which of course means that it's not Pinfu either. No piece. And just reach and a draw gives him 1,000 points. Fujisawa draws first blood. Shingo Hori will not be winning 100% of his games or 100% of his hands in Renmei. Fujisawa continues as dealer. Dorda is the west. And Fujisawa has a completed run in the Pinzu. A good start for a complete straight, a full straight in Pinzu. Not a lot of value. Oh, this is a nice fill-in the Manzu for Fujisawa. Kind of has two possible full straight. Well, two possible full straights. Here's a Dorda for Shingo. And now I'm going to have that confusion. Oh, here's a pair. So he's not going to go for the full straight in either. He's one away. Fujisawa is one away. Here's another pair for Takahashi. Here's another pair for Hori. So Fujisawa has the 1-2 off to the side, off to the right side. I think he might be looking to improve that weight. If he has that very nice 5, 6, 7, 8 sticky shape in the Pinzu. Could have a very nice draw to improve the weight there. Here's one of those threes he needs. One of the threes that Fujisawa needs, I mean. And here is a 6th, which would also be nice to improve his weight there. Oh, East. The theme so far for Fujisawa is not taking advantage of double East. Here is another side weight. Could he get to a 1-2-3 or 2-3-4 Sanshoku or a full straight? He's going to throw from the 2 of dots. Excuse me, I seem to have a little bit of a cold, which did have everybody concerned for me in the tournament, or in our commentating on Saturday. Hopefully I can get the mic muted before I start coughing into your poor ears all day. No improvement for Takahashi. And is he giving up, or is he really going to push for that full straight in the Sozu? As it happens, 3 of the 3 bamboos are already in Hori's hand. Get another pair for Takahashi. And that is almost Tenpai. 1 away from ready. Shingo Hori. Ko-chan doesn't seem to be really pushing here. An unhelpful 4 of bamboos would be kind of a long way around to make use of that. Perhaps throwing a 5 to get the double run, but then that means giving up on some other options. I think he's really looking for the Sha, the Dorda, to pair up. Or Pinzu. Something in the Pinzu. Fujisawa keeps not getting to Tenpai. There's an improvement for Ko-chan.
Okay, looks like I am live too.
Woohoo! Still no helpful draw for Hori. And there's Tenpai. It's the next one he wants. And it does mean that he doesn't need to reach to have a Yaku. He's waiting for the 3-6 of cracks. Very conservative play. He certainly could reach here, and I believe that's the winner coming from Hori. So 2 small hands for Fujisawa, who has chosen a somewhat passive style for the moment. not pawning the double east when he had the chance in his first hand as dealer, and not reaching when he had Pinfu and 1 Dora. But it does mean he's created a small lead for himself. That would have been 2,900 plus a continuance for 3,100. And oh, that was no Dora. I'm sorry, I was forgetting that Dora was no longer E-Pin. So it was just Pinfu. 1,500 plus 1 continuance, 1,800 from Shingo Hori. Now Dora is the 3 of cracks. And here's 1 for Fujisawa. Completes a run. Perhaps he will start moving towards an inside hand. Ooh, this completes a run. I completed a run for Ko-chan. Hori possibly looking for a half flush. Got a gut shot in the Manzu now for Ko-chan. More Pinzu for Hori. Continuing to push for that half flush. There's that is a value tile for him. North, he is in the north seat. Still no pairs of any of those honors. Fujisawa completes a run in the Pinzu and will throw the remaining double gut shot Pinzu that he had. And that completes a run for Takahashi. He is still 2 away from ready. I think there's no pair, usable pair at the moment. 789 Sanshoku, a possible idea for Fujisawa, except I feel like he already has too many blocks. Ko-chan still 2 away from ready, but with some very, very stickable shapes. That completes a gap, fills in a gap for Ko-chan. Holding on to the south, perhaps as a safe tile. Hori makes a move, owning the 9 of dots. Could be going for the full flush. Oh, and now we have a pair for Takahashi. He'll start by trying to disguise his desire for the 2-5 of bamboos by throwing that 4 first. And here is the Sanshoku possibility. 789 for Ko-chan. Only one of them does give him the Sanshoku. I believe he was open-ended there. Sorry, that was Fujisawa doing the reach. Current dealer, and Takahashi begins to give up. And it looks like it'll be something Hori can use. He's now 1 away from ready. Given that he's pushing, I think we will see. Oh, wow. And that chi sends a winning tile, what would have been a winning tile, to Ko-chan. Takahashi is immediately giving up. And that's Tenpai for Hori. The white and red dragon. Some pretty solid giving up by Takahashi and Ko-chan. So I wouldn't imagine we're not going to see either of them come out unless, well, could be disguised by the 2 of dots coming out, couple in a row. There's one of the tunes. One of the red dragons. So Hori draws his winner. Hori horks a reach stick from Fujisawa and wins a nice hand. 1,300, 2,600. Because he drew it, that triple of white dragons becomes 8 fu. And the red dragons become 2 fu because they are value tiles, and another 2 fu for the draw. Just pushes him over the fu hump to 40 fu and makes it a 1,300, 2,600 point hand. So Hori has his first win under his belt and his first lead in the Japanese Pro Mahjong League. Currently crushing E3 with a 3,000 point lead. Kochan will be the new dealer. South is the Dora, and Fujisawa completes a run in the Sozu. There's a pair for Takahashi. Is that another Dora? All right. Hori has 2 Dora and 2 red dragons. He can pawn the red dragon. He is not in the south seat. He's currently in the west seat. So the south will not be a Yaku for him. And will this start moving him towards a half flush? He's got a very sticky shape in the Sozu. And 2 pairs of honors. One of them is a value tile. If he can pawn the tune, I think we won't see the move towards a half flush. But if he has to pawn Dora, then we will probably see that. Here is another Manzu, and that creates a gut shot with the 2. He'll give up on the honor tiles half flush push. Perhaps good timing, because here's one of those Hakus that just came out. And here was 2 more, so he wasn't going to get a triple of Hakus in any event. Here's another pair, and he will commit to that pair. Throwing the 8 of dots. Not even going to think about waiting for a 7 of dots. So really looking to pawn at this point. Here's another pair for Takahashi, and he will throw from a pair. Not thinking about 7 pairs, and also not thinking about getting rid of Dora. So Takahashi slowing his hand down, perhaps already starting to fold. It'll be interesting to see how, it's hard to tell how much differently people are playing, since we will only see them in their games with with Hori, and we'll have a hard time seeing them play other games to get a really good comparison of how conservative they come because they happen to be on TV. Wonder how much it will change people's play to know that they are being observed. Still Ishantan, 1 away from ready for Takahashi. Have to imagine the Dora will be coming out if he does get to Tenpai. This completes a run for Fujisawa. Still no pair, I think. Will we see Chun? All right, we're going to see a pawn here for sure.
Hello, Nim.
Does he throw it from the double gutting?
We are planning to stream all of Hori's matches as long as they let us. So far we have got permission to restream E3, and that's our plan.
Fujisawa looks like he's moving towards an outside hand. Not completing a straight for Hori. He threw from that very sticky 5, 6, 7, 8 of bamboos, not looking to improve the weight there. He's got the double gut shot in the Manzu. Still no Tenpai for Takahashi, but that 3 is useful for Hori. And now we might see the benefit of throwing that 8 of dots early. We won't see the 9 of dots coming out from Fujisawa because he is looking for that outside hand. But I think, there is a pair for Ko-chan. If we get Tenpai here, no Tenpai yet.
We're also going to be spoiled by this overlay because this is a new overlay, and a lot of the JPML Select matches that we stream do not have this overlay. Instead, they have the older one, and we don't get to see the calls or anything. So we're gonna get spoiled by this, and on Wednesday we're gonna go back to the old one and be like, "Man, we have nothing. We have no idea what's going on."
Have to try to use our brains, make our brains work. All right, this fills in a gap, which is not exactly what he wanted. Doesn't get the outside hand. We did get the 9 of dots coming out from Ko-chan dealer.
Another thing to know is, well, this is A rules. These are the new A rules players, so most of these players do not have a lot of experience with A rules, unless they've been around as long as like Garth and I. So Hori, Shingo Hori also was formerly in Nihon Pro Mahjong, where they actually use the closest Pro League rules to A rules that exists. They start with 25,000. I don't remember if they have red 5s or not, but I feel like they might. And they have like all the Ippatsu Ura, all those things. So it's a very different rule set coming in here for League, for Hori.
It is quite a change, yes. Much slower play and much more attention to trying to create value in the hand rather than just getting to Tenpai quickly. And in general, people are going to be playing slower hands.
That's a different balance.
All right, and the next dealer will be Takahashi. Yes, still looking for that balance. When will I find it? Sure didn't find it in my first league session this month. Ugh. Hey, that fills in a gap for Hori. Ooh, 2 Dora for Fujisawa. Takahashi gets another pair. It's a pair for Hori. Fujisawa starts moving towards an inside hand. This completes a run for Takahashi. It's got a gut shot in the Sozu, was it? That's currently preventing him from getting the 1-2-3 or the 2-3 force on Shoku, so there might need to be an adjustment there. Got open-ended now, but that's also sticking onto his pair. Gut shots in the Pinzu, actually. 2-4 of Pinzu. But a 4 of Krex would improve that 2-3-4 action. And that completes a run. Still can't use it actually creates a 3-sided weight. And one of those sides could still use Dorda. Filling in a gap, Fujisawa. And this sort of creates an automa right in the middle of things there. And a gut shot with the 7 of dots. There are, however, very few 7s of dots left. This completes a run, and he will continue with that gut shot, or perhaps hoping for Dora to pair up. But there are not many of them left either. He can chi. This completes a run for Takahashi. He will reach, waiting for the 1-4 of bamboos. And this may slow down the other players. Oh, the last Dora goes to Fujisawa. I think we're going to see some pushing from him. And Hori starts going for it. Is he just looking for Tenpai here? I don't see any Yaku for him. Kochan not filling in, and even though this is one away from ready, it can also feel like it's pretty far with that gut shot. There's the 7 that he needed, so good thing he's not trying to go for it still. I guess Morty has the 3-4-5 Sanshoku possibility. And Fujisawa just cannot convert with those 3 Dora. No, not 3-4-5.
Just a Tenpai attempt.
Yeah, interestingly aggressive play from Hori, currently in the lead. Perhaps somehow noticing that Takashi has no Dora, and for some reason not fearing the reach. What does Hori see that we do not?
I want to believe that Hori is like the rest of us and will be experimenting a lot.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know how to assess superhumans.
I know, right? Shannon Garth trying to interpret the moves of a superstar. All right, it does look like he has perhaps started to give up, and that is, well, that would have been Tenpai for Fujisawa with a bunch of Dora, but didn't have what he could convert with early on, and so he has given up. I think we also now have Hori giving up, and unless Takahashi can draw his winning tile on this next draw, I believe, we will see a draw. He does draw it right before the end.
Yeah, we saw the other kind of draw.
2,000 from each player. And Kochan's interesting chi sends the winner. Not Kochan. Hori's interesting chi sends the winner to Takahashi, who now gets to continue as dealer, having picked up a few points, moving him only a couple thousand away from Hori, currently in the lead. Dora is popping again. The 8 of dots will again be Dora. Currently none in Takahashi's or Hori's hands. Hori may have the makings of a half flush. No Dora in anybody's hand at the moment. More Sozu for Hori. Not immediately pushing for that half flush. Throws the west and north tiles very early. Gets a pair. So perhaps he's thinking more about getting the full straight and pinfu, which if he draws it can still become mangan. Sha could have been useful as a pair, but he chose early not to go that route. 9 of dots could be useful with Dora, but currently no Dora in Ko-chan's hand. Here's more Sozu for Hori, and just absolutely no interest in a flush at all. This makes a gut shot, 5 of cracks. Still no help for Ko-chan. Takashi does have that pair of east tiles. He is in the east seat, and this is the east round. Dealer has always that temptation for the double east. This gives Fujisawa an open-ended weight in the cracks now. Still no help using Dora for Ko-chan. Here's a gut shot using Dora. And once again, the player with the 2 easts, the dealer with the 2 easts, has no other pair. I wonder if he will also be that conservative and not pawn east when it comes out. Two 7s of dots. Still not the Dora. And he's not thinking about the full straight either. Another 2 of cracks. Boy, these are very close to being what they need to be useful, but then not quite actually useful. Ko-chan, an unhelpful 7 of cracks. Unhelpful south for Takahashi. Or he might be thinking that he wants to move to an all pairs hand, especially if he gets Dora. All right, now we are 1 away from ready for Ko-chan. He'll get rid of that near the Dora tile, which could become dangerous. There's another pair for Takahashi, and Hori will start making a move. Going for an inside hand. That sends another... Oops, the door is... I'm sorry. I did it again. Once again, being silly. Hori is, of course, playing that way because those are not the Dora indicator. Those are the actual Dora. You would really like to pawn Dora through that 4 of dots early to perhaps tempt it to come out. And that is still not quite Tempai for Ko-chan, but it does open up a few extra tiles. Takashi did pawn that east when it came out, but is still not quite Tempai. Reach from Fujisawa. Waiting, I believe, for the 4-7 of dots. And this is Tempai? 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh, he's thrown his arm up on the so the camera can't quite see his entire head. I think he just got reminded to put down his arm so that the camera could see his entire hand. So no Tempai yet for Ko-chan. That creates an open-ended weight in the Sozu. Ko-chan probably starting to think about giving up. Still no Tenpai. Not completely giving up, though. So one away from ready. Ko-chan could get something sticky in the Pinzu or a crack. And I believe 3, 4, 5 Sanchoku might be possible for Ko-chan. Still no Tenpai for Hori. An unhelpful 8 of bamboos. It's not obviously safe, and so he will continue throwing safe tiles. Still does have that route to Tenpai, and that's another Dora for Hori. He has a massive hand. That was one of the Dora. That was one of the tiles that would have been a winning tile for Fujisawa. So he's drawing thinner and thinner. 3 of dots for Hori, but we can see 2 of them. One of them was here in Takashi's hand, and another. Will he switch his weight here to the 5 of dots? He will. It's a good decision because actually there were no 3s of dots left. 2 of them in Fujisawa's hand, 1 here and another one here. So Hori opens the door for a win by changing his weight to the 5 of dots gut shot. Takashi, perhaps out of safe tiles, he seemed to be resigned to. I guess I'm just going to throw this because I don't know what to do is safe. And an unhelpful 9 of dots for Takahashi. He is dealer, so he probably would like to get to Tenpai if he could. And we are just about at the end of the hand. Actually, yes, there are no 5 of dots either. I believe Takashi also had a 5 in his hand, so there were none in the wall for Hori to draw, even if he did wait for the 3 or 5 of dots. Hori and Fujisawa finish Tenpai. They'll take a few points from the other 2 players, and the reach stick will stay on the table.
Another thing to keep in mind here, there is no time limit.
That is a good point. And you may notice people are not playing kind of in that speedy way that we see a lot of people playing in other situations. Though final tables don't usually have a time limit either. But boy, sometimes it seems like those final tables we've been watching, people are in a rush to get somewhere. Some of those people are playing super fast. But so far the pace here has been quite relaxed. People know the TV's on. They're being watched. Ooh, wow, it's an interesting starting hand for Shingo here. A completed triple of 9s of dots. Outside tiles, he's got the pair of green dragons plus a completed run, 1, 2, 3 of cracks. Decides to sort his hand to get a better look at it, and will throw from the outside first, perhaps disguising the fact that he wants that outside hand later. And oh, that's right, next to the Dora too. That was the Dora indicator. So he's really committing to double reach from Ko-chan. Waiting for the 4 of dots. Tough break for Hori to have kind of a really interesting starting hand. It could have been a whole bunch of value, but I wonder if he starts to just kind of give up. Not a lot of tiles that are obviously safe, but he'll throw from one of the honors. No Ippatsu for Ko-chan, which of course it wouldn't be Ippatsu even if he did get it. In the A rules, there is no Ippatsu. We do get aggressive play from Hori. He wants this hand to work out. It's a kind of useless 5 of cracks in the middle there. He figures, at least for his plan of going for an outside hand. No real huge clues as to what Ko-chan is waiting for. And in that situation, it's often best to just kind of ignore the reach. Another pair that's not an outside pair for Hori. Only one Dora currently in the hand. I wonder if we will see. Oh, there comes one Dora. That might start helping Hori feel like, oh well, if he has one fewer Dora in his hand, and I have one Dora in my hand. Let's throw in the 5 of cracks. Is he going to continue pushing? Can't do it. At least for the moment, throwing a somewhat safer 9 of cracks. And having thrown the 5 of cracks, I feel like that means he's got to be pushing towards giving up. All right. No Easts have come out yet, but it would have to have been a single weight or a pair weight. No winner for Ko-chan. That completes a triple. And what does he get for Tenpai? If it's in the Sozu, that 4 of dots comes out. However, Ko-chan will draw his winner first. Double reach and sumo for 1,000, 2,000. What? Oh, Dora. There was a Dora in there. Sorry. 2,000, 4,000. And coming from behind is Ko-chan. Takes over 3rd place from Fujisawa. Hori, an unfortunate break to have been dealer, while Ko-chan got the double reach and 1 Dora. And sumo for 2,000, 4,000. And we have completed our first East round of the first game. Hori does still have the lead. And Fujisawa starts off with possibilities.
Okay.
I don't think there was a Dora yet. What was that?
Oh, I've been playing with the overlay a little bit, so I'm more or less happy with the way it looks now.
Yay, and there was much rejoicing. So Fujisawa is once again dealer. Here we have a gut shot in the Sozu for Ko-chan. Can he build some momentum? No Dora in his hand yet, but 2 Dora in Takashi's hand. Yeah, besides Takashi's hand, and a rather currently unhelpful 4 of cracks. Would like another 4 of cracks, perhaps, to go with the 2 Dora there. Fujisawa has a gut shot using Dora. And Ko-chan throws from a pair of 4s of dots. Seven of dots doesn't really add much at the moment. Oh my goodness, I'm getting lots of attention from... Oh, there's another Dora. Can you take over for a second, since I seem to be getting important questions from the boss of the house? I'll be right back.
So as dealer, I've been doing all of the overlay stuff, so I wasn't paying as much attention as maybe I should have been. I think we see 2-away for Ko-chan, with a Tanya coming for Takashi. Hori is in the north seat, not the west seat, but going for a flush here. Flush should be relatively easy to call, but it won't be high scoring. And in League, you're not going to see a whole lot of high scoring matches. It is fun to see the Pro League finally. We see a lot of tournaments. We see almost exclusively final tables. So this is going to be the first time that we're actually going to be able to watch a league from start to finish. Already moves along towards the flush. You notice he's not even bothering to hide the fact that he's going for a flush. His discards are all very obviously, I only want dots in my hand. I only want Pinzu. And this does make a little bit of pressure. Takashi said, well, you don't have any extra dots yet, so I'm going to discard these as long as I can. Discarded the 7 and the 2. I believe the 2 is cheated by Hori. And this is a sort of sticky one away. Hi, Vala. Welcome, welcome. Sticky one away for Hori with his... Alright, and this is another... It's like 2 away for me to me. For Ko-chan. Takashi cheese 2-1 away. What are you just looking for? Either the white dragon to stick for some extra points. And there's Tenpai for Fujisawa. Reaches trying to put that dealer pressure on the table. That's going to be a Chi and Tenpai for Hori. White dragon is no problem. It just came out. It was already Genbutsu. It was already discarded in the dealer's pond. And that's 1 away for Ko-chan if he decides to keep going. Not quite. Still 1 away. Not quite giving up, but decides to lock in the 6-mon pair. Because the 8 is safe, but not sure if he's going to be able to discard that 7. And sort of gave up on a could have had a Tenpai, didn't get it. Hori, of course, waiting for the 6-9 pin in, sort of counting on the dealer not being able to hold on to it. Now Ko-chan's in. It does a swappy doppy. It's going to discard both of those 8 so's, the 8 bamboo. And there's a 9 that's going to be Hori's winner. Not very high scoring. 8, 10, just 2,000 points. Sorry, 13.
Yeah, I think he had a flush there.
He only had a flush.
Half flush.
I could tell.
Half flush.
Oh, yeah. No, he had a flush. I think he had a full straight as well.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, he had cheated the 1, 2, 3 and the 4, 5, 6, and 1 on the more expensive 9, which gave him the 3,900 instead of just the 2,000 for the flush. Of course, I could see the flush.
Yes.
The full straight is a little bit harder to discern when you have calls on the table.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. Got all the questions answered.
Thank you. Well, I said that I don't understand the question.
Okay. So not answered, but yes. Responded.
Typically unhelpful, I am.
All right, and we have moved into South 2 with Ko-chan as our dealer.
And Hori back with a bigger lead. Yeah, like you said, that he was really hoping that would come out from the dealer, who would be pushing. more likely to push, and it sure did.
Well, the dealer was reach, so didn't really have a choice but to push. But Hori made his second. Sorry, he made his second cheat after the dealer reached. These elaborate gaming chairs tickle me and don't look comfortable. They're pretty comfortable. I can't lie, I want one in my home. I want the green one though. If they were to give me like a non-green one, I might decline. Just lying, I would never decline, but
gotta get those Seahawks colors.
I really just want the green. I want a green, and I want to give Sayaka a pink. Because I love green and she loves pink, and that's what we have on our stream, like all over the place. She's a pink background, and I have like green Christmas lights when I'm streaming. And I think we need to just start collecting and accepting gifts that are lots of pink and green things.
So Takahashi starts moving towards the flush. It's interesting we didn't see a Chun Pon from Fujisawa. I'd have expected him to be a little more aggressive. But he has been a little bit more passive since the beginning of this game.
But also, did you find the chairs to be comfortable? We sat in them over the weekend.
I am not. Yeah, I know. We were commentating at the dojo, so we got to sit in those chairs a couple days ago. And
those exact chairs.
Those exact chairs. And I have to admit, I am not really that big a fan.
Well, because you weren't sitting in the green one. I was in the pink one. They always get the pink one ready for me, and
those little things in the small of your back, and then the thing that I guess is supposed to be a headrest of some sort, they're just not quite, like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with them. They never ever seem to be in the right place for me. Dorda comes out from Kolchan.
I think you don't have to use them.
Yeah. Sorry, Dorda came up from Fujisawa. Kolchan is now Tenpai. Yeah, I did notice for the first time that you can take them off pretty easily, but the gut shot goes to Hori. Not a lot of value, but does get some extra value because he draws his winner. And we have 2 more hands to go, 2 more dealerships to go.
Hello, Kaiser. What makes this super select? Super. It's super because only the first game is free, and from game 2, we have to put it behind a paywall because this is this was just streamed recently live on the Japanese channel, so we have to follow the same paywall schedule.
Procedures.
Schedule. So
program.
After this first game, then we will go behind the paywall. So if you're a JPML Super Fan, you can keep watching. Otherwise, we'll have to catch the first game at next session. And I will have a spreadsheet that shows the standings next session. So you'll miss the 3 games, but you'll be able to catch up for the first game for each broadcast.
But yes, please do consider joining us, because the more people we have, the more power we have to say, hey, let us show more games. And the value will increase for everybody exponentially. It's definitely the way all things increase. It's exponentially.
So usually on JPML Select, we show old games that are at least over a year old. We go back, we're building a catalog of past games. This game happened just about 2 weeks ago. So it's very new. We can't do it live. We would do it live, and we would call it JPML Select Live, but it happens at the same time as Garth and my Pro League as well, so we can't really commentate on it live. Garth, you might have the same problem as Vala if you're tall. Ergonomic chairs are not made for tall people.
Yes. Well, I am taller than average. Although it is always a funny thing. In this country, I mean, I'm taller than an average American person. Obviously, I'm taller than the average Japanese person too. But somehow, all of my foreign friends are like all the tall people from wherever they came from, and like I'm the shortest person in like most of my friends in Japan, anyway. How did that happen?
I don't know. What's your measurement for average height in America?
I would think for guys, it's probably say somewhere between like 5'8" and 5'10".
Oh, that sounds small
No,
for me. To me, my dad is taller than that, and he's not a tall person.
so he's probably taller than average.
I don't think so. Not the average people that I've met in America, at least.
Hmm.
I don't know.
So is my height pretty average then?
I feel like, yeah.
You would think.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I never thought of you as a particularly tall person.
Certainly one of the taller people on my ultimate team in America too.
Maybe that's why they played Ultima.
Well, of course, yes. Most of us played Ultimate because we were not going to get on the football team or basketball team. Definitely, that
probably not
that was the
baseball either.
selection. Yeah, that was the selection criteria for us Ultimate players when I started. One away from ready for Fujisawa, but he will not take that improvement for an open-ended wait. Takahashi, 2 away from ready. And Hori is ready, waiting for the 1-4, perhaps looking to improve to a Sanshoku or Ipeko before reaching. Or perhaps he's just playing really conservatively and hoping to hold on to his lead and will give up if he gets something that feels somewhat dangerous. Dora goes to Takahashi. Got a single one of bamboos in Fujisawa's hand, but it looks like he's giving up already, so it won't be coming out from him. It would only be Pinfu, so just 1,000 points for Hori at the moment. Can he improve? He does improve to Ipeko, and he still won't reach. He wants the 2 of dots to also get Sanshoku. We'll get the reach from Kochan. He's waiting for the 2-5 of cracks. It just came out from Hori. Perhaps that discard with the extra oomph there was him indicating that he knew he just missed that winning tile. But he draws it, Ipatsu, which doesn't matter because it's not that sort of game, but a nice draw for Kochan to put himself in position.
In A rules. It does feel nice, but it doesn't give you any score.
The Kochan in position to usurp first place. You think what?
Definitely feels nice, but it doesn't help you with score in any way.
Feels like you get a little extra oomph, which he discarded with too there. Extra oomph on the discard. Got it, Ipatsu. And a completed triple of the 1 of cracks. Starting off for Hori. Dora is the 6 of cracks. Was there a 6 of cracks in? No, that was a 3. And a pair of norths, those are. So a few pairs to go with his triple. And when you have that many pairs in one triple, you are already quite close to Su Uncle. San Jin Shanten, as they say in the vernacular. That's the vernacular, everybody.
Everybody definitely says that.
The only people who don't say that are probably, well, they're not good. That's not what I wanted to say. I couldn't think of a good thing to say about him, or wrong thing to say about him. But we have the 2-3-4 Sanshoku perhaps coming for Takahashi. There's Dora. That's Not exactly what Hori was looking for, but maybe he can put it to use. Possible flush for Kochan. He did pawn his west. He's very quick on the attack. West and Honitsu, the flush, would give him. Oh, this is Tenpai? No, oh, sorry. So he'll take that open-ended weight, still hoping for something to go with Dora. Kochan still dancing around Tenpai. This completes a run for Takahashi. And he throws from a gut shot. Still no Tenpai for Hori.
Wait, so are you 5'11"? So you are right. The average is 5'9", but
I'm 6'1".
oh, you are?
Yeah.
Huh.
I was 6'2" before I started shrinking.
I never thought of you as over 6 feet.
Really?
I guess you are tall. Yep. I never.
Slouch?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it didn't stick out to me. But oh, congratulations.
Yeah. I'm being sort of tall, but still somehow smaller than all of my friends. So Kochan had the choice of the 3-6 weight or the 4-7. Perhaps he chose the 4-7 because the 4 had just come out from Hori. That completes a run for Hori. Will he reach here? He'll first put his name back in the name slot.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he actually. It looks like it's sticking out a bit for me.
Yeah, he did. Oh, he will not take Tenpai, looking for a better weight in the Pinzu or perhaps using Dora.
That's why the chairs are uncomfortable for you, Garth.
Yes, I'm too tall. Too tall, Nelson.
There's a reach with once he draws Dora. Reach.
Oh my God! Why am I doing that? I keep reminding us that that's not the way the Dora indicator is, and I've done it like all game.
You can even see the actual real Dora indicator.
I know, right? And I even do that sometimes, like, just to check, make myself look there. Nimrod.
It's right there. Look, the indicator is the 4.
So Kochan can throw. He knows the 4 of bamboos is safe. Perhaps that was another reason that he kept it that way, so that he could throw the 4 if he did run into danger. I think we'll see this 9 come out too. If he was okay throwing the 7, well, I guess not.
Tanky weight. 9 tanky weight is a little bit better for him as well than the 7 tanky weight would have been.
I don't think, let's see, with the reach stick, no contingencies, I don't think he gets the win. We could go back to Honitsu here. He won't take it. Wouldn't have been as great a weight as possible since 2 of them were in Kochan's hand. And here is the winner for Hori. It is Dora indicator, now that I have finally figured out what Dora is. I feel like he is going to throw it from the 4 bamboos. If he was that conservative earlier, except that he's not going to have a lot of tiles to, oh, all right, he'll throw the winner. Kochan hoping to steal the lead away from Hori, and instead increases Hori's lead. Had a shot for first place in this game, and has now a much smaller shot at first place. Drawing Mongan would still give him first place because Hori is dealer. There would be an extra 2,000 coming from Hori. $2,390 would also be enough. Mashi with some outside tiles, not enough to tempt him for Kochi. Jen and Garth, definitely thinking about Kochi in that situation. Fujisawa has a bunch of outside groupings. Perhaps can get to a 789 Sanshoku and an outside hand. That completes a run for Kochan. Near the Dora, but actually the Dora comes over here to Takahashi. Hori also has one Dora. He's pawned the white dragon very quickly. And another not quite useful pair. Well, Fujisawa is not going to continue on the outside hand theme. Hand coming together for Kolchan, not quite Mongan value enough, but Mongan value yet, not enough for Mongan, but maybe he will be happy with just staying positive in this game.
I mean, generally in League, you are pretty happy, at least just staying positive. You don't usually even want to aim for first place, at least not if you have to do so dangerously.
Yes, positive points just keep adding up.
And this is a marathon for sure. It's 5 sessions, 4 games in each session, so we're doing 20 games.
And Hori is one away from ready with a very sticky shape in the Sozu that could use, that's the bamboos, which could use more Dora if he gets a little lucky. Not yet. And he won't hold on to that sticky shape.
Just play for Nagashi-Mangan. Yes, we want to play for Yaku that don't count. We are playing in this league for Ippatsu, Uradora, and Nagashi-Mangan.
Yeah. Lots of imaginary points. That completes a run for Fujisawa, and he will reach, waiting for that gut shot. Ochan completes a run in the Manzu. That's a double run. Now, Mintanpid Sumo, and that's Tempai for 42. He's waiting for the 1-4, I think. No, 1-4.
Man?
I think he's waiting for a 1-4 in bamboos or dots or man. Yeah. Just name all the suits.
So right there on the screen for Hori.
Oh, yes, I could do that too.
No, well, maybe they removed Nagashi-Mangan, but they did it at least 20 years ago before Garth and I became pros.
Yes. It has never been a thing while we were playing in League.
So yeah, they do have it in most online games, not in like Ron, but I think Mahjong Fight Club has it, right?
Oh yeah, Fight Club still has it.
But as far as Pro League goes and the pro rules we're playing in live tournaments, I don't think I've ever played any rules that allow for it. It's generally more of a like Mahjong Parlor rule, I think.
Yeah, and I feel like even lately, like maybe very few parlors even still have it, still allow it. A lot of parlors have taken on just the M.League rules. Of course, stopped with the gambling. So Hori has extended his lead. Going into the final hand, Kochan certainly had a shot at snagging first place. But slow and steady, with a couple extra little pushes from Hori, has given him a nice lead in this first game. And perhaps he's not going to push that hard with this hand.
They removed Nagashi Mangan because they feared me becoming a pro. I absolutely believe that's the reason.
I was wrong. Hori is going to continue pushing, going for an outside hand possibly.
He's trying to gain all those 200 points just in this one game.
Yeah. Could get some extra points by pushing Kochan into negative points. That adds an open-ended weight, but for the current iteration of his hand, he can only use the 9 of dots and the 1 of dots to win. Could still palm the green dragon and get a Yaku that way, but at the moment, there's no Yaku. This is a pair, but it's not what Takahashi needs. We saw looking for a flush. Still no Tempai for Takahashi. Still no Tempai for Hori. Then Fujisawa starts opening his hand up. Maybe not really thinking about getting to third place, but just not getting any further into last place. Still no Tempai for Kochan.
That's Tempai, though, for Takahashi.
That's Tempai. Waiting for the 3-6 of dots. Already not in any real danger of losing his lead here. Could make an argument for pushing, but not one that satisfies him. One away from ready.
For Fujisawa.
For Fujisawa. With the flush, half flush, and possibly white dragon.
No, I don't see it coming out
That's
from
Tempai.
Hori's hand. This is a 4-7, so, and a white dragon. Wait. There's still one in the wall, though, right? Haku?
I thought, okay, yeah, I guess I misread the hand. I thought it was somehow wider than that. But yes, there's the white dragon comes out from Takahashi. Had reached. Bad luck for Takahashi, and with his reach stick out there, is it enough to get Fujisawa just into third place?
Is it enough?
Oh yeah, it was more than enough with the reach stick. So an unfortunate timing for Takahashi. His reach stick just barely pushes him into last place. And a fine showing from Hori in his first game as a Japan Pro Mahjong League player. And once again, we would love to encourage you to join us behind the paywall for the remaining 3 games.
Well, why don't you explain what this Pro League and what's happening here again? Because we didn't really have a lot of viewers at the beginning of the stream. Because we started late and we didn't get we had to set up a lot of the overlay stuff. Because this is the first time we're streaming the JPML Super Select stream. So
Jim was very busy with that. because somebody else is not very helpful. But yes, so we got this is Shingo Hori, who is a recent M.Leaguer addition, to the M.League.
He's been in M.League, I think, since its inception.
Oh, okay. Well, what he is a recent addition to is the Japan Pro Mahjong League. He has recently joined our league and decided not to take the option of joining at a higher league within our league. A lot of players who do come over from other leagues do get that offer to maybe test or challenge into, like, say, one of the higher C leagues or maybe B league if they're really something. He chose instead to start in E3 at the very bottom, and I guess planning on working his way all the way up to A1. And Jen and I are gracefully accepting the challenge to beat him to A1. And there are
yeah, we had no interest in it whatsoever, but now that Shingo Hori is
now that he has this idea,
now we've decided that we're going to join him.
Yeah,
try to beat him to A1. Yeah, we never thought of it before.
There are a few different ways. I went through them at the beginning, but just to reiterate, a rule they instituted a couple years ago was if you win with more than 200 points in league, you can move up 2 leagues at a time, which is something that I did last league. Of course, the session before that, I did the opposite and lost more than 200 points to move from E1 to E3. So it does go both ways. Another option is the Tokusho Special Advancement League. That has also been split into 2 things recently, so that in the lower leagues, when you move up a league, you do get the chance to play. Well, yes, you get a chance to play in the Special Advancement League anytime you advance. But they have split it into 2 separate advancement leagues, special advancement leagues, so that if you're in the in the E leagues, you can only move up to perhaps high D or low C. But once you get up into the higher D leagues, you can potentially move all the way up to B2, I believe, if you manage to win Tokusho. And they do have an age requirement on that, so I am no longer allowed to play in the Tokusho League. But Jen still meets that requirement and got to play in it last season, 2 seasons ago.
I did last season.
And of course, the last and maybe least likely, but certainly the biggest possible jump is winning one of the G1 grade 1 level tournaments, like, say, Masters, Oisen, or Judansen.
Who Taiyo Hamano, of which Taiyo Hamano won last year and jumped up. So he was also in the Special Advancement League, but didn't have to play because he had already locked in his advancement with winning the Judan tournament.
So those are the exciting ways we'll be watching for Shingo Hori, to move up from E3 and see how quickly he can get from E3 to A1, and perhaps even beat. Who is the record holder? Is it still Taki, or
no? I think
Shiratori?
Shiratori broke that record a long time ago. He was the record holder for a long time, but I think it's Akutsu now. Akutsu is definitely the youngest ever to make it to A1 League, so
probably also winning that race.
Or to A League. Is he at A2? He might be A2 right now, but he's I think he went up to A1. No, he was on the final table for what am I talking about? I think Akutsu broke that record. He's definitely the youngest ever to make it to A1 League, and especially final table in A1 League. But also, we were both mistaken. So Shingo Hori was drafted the 3rd year of M.League, so in 2020. So definitely not recent, and also not in the first year, but
not original.
But close enough. 2020. Yeah.
Jen, more right than me, as usual.
And he also made me realize that I am a year older than I thought I was, because he's a year younger than me, and his age is what I thought my age was right now. Apparently, I added another year to that in March and totally forgot about it.
That's pretty funny, yes. Yeah, when you get this old, it's hard to remember your own age.
All right, so we're going to take a break. The great thing about that we're streaming a couple days later and a couple weeks later is that we don't have to wait for the entire break that we have to wait for when we're streaming live, but we do have to end the free stream right here, and we will come back on the where Kaiser Claus is. We will come back on the members only stream. It should direct you there automatically if you are watching on the live stream. But you got to be a JPML Super Fan. If you're a JPML Super Fan, you'll be able to watch all the paywall streams. So we will move over there. Thank you everybody for watching. We love you. I will see you on Wednesday anyway, no matter what, whether you come over to the paywall stream or not. So we will watch games 2, 3, and 4. Yes?
See you there.
All right. Thank you. Mm-mm.